Kaplan, let him finish his argument.
I'm not accusing the state attorney's office of doing anything. I'm merely advising the court what transpired. Mr. Campbell advised that when somebody from the sheriff's office went to speak with this officer, the officer expressed to that superior that they were no longer willing to speak with us. And was no longer available, in fact, that the officer was going to be on leave.
Well, we can bring in under Sheriff Google, however, at this point in time, this does not invoke the court to need to go through a Richardson inquiry. The witnesses that you're referring to, have they been disclosed to the state?
It's not by us, Your Honor, because again, we have not had a chance to speak with her.
Do you intend to call these individuals?
If we can confirm the information.
These are not answers. If you're not actually intending to call a witness that has not been previously disclosed, at this point, I do not have to engage in a Richardson hearing on this matter. But as far as witnesses that you may be investigating or you may speculate have relevant testimony, until you disclose them, until you actually intend to call them, there's really not much I can do with this. If you wish for me to hear from the undersheriff, I will. But as far as perfecting any subpoena and speaking to these people who are either not under subpoena or not listed witnesses, there's not very much I can do.
Judge, it is the defense position that between 12:30 and when we got to the jail shortly before 5, somebody from the sheriff's office spoke with this officer and convinced her that it was not in her interest to cooperate with the defense. We are asking for the court's assistance because the rules...
To do what exactly?
So that we can at least speak with her to find out if she has anything that's admissible.
The court has jurisdictional authority limits. For someone who is not under a subpoena, I just can't compel them to come here, go there, or do certain things. There is no subpoena for this individual. If they choose not to speak with you, so be it. But please bring in the undersheriff. He can speak to these matters that you've raised.
Thank you, Your Honor. Judge, if I may. Whatever happened after we spoke with the officer yesterday afternoon, even if we had a subpoena ready to serve, they have represented to us that she is not available to be served. Without the court's assistance, we cannot accomplish that.
Well, and this goes to the timeliness of the witness itself and the fact that it's occurring in the middle of trial. But that part of it, again, these are certain things I cannot assist with. And the Sheriff Google, please raise your right hand, sir. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give to be the truth?
Yes, sir, I do.
If you can just stand in front of the court reporter instead of taking the witness stand. If you can explain to me what occurred with, I believe this is one of the correctional deputies that may or may not have testimony concerning this case. Please explain what happened with them to the best of your knowledge.
To my knowledge, I was approached by Captain Georgia Dent, who had spoken with Deputy Franklin, and Deputy Franklin informed Captain Dent that she had received a phone call from inmate Addison's attorneys, and they were advising her that they were going to be at the detention facility later that afternoon, which was on yesterday, and they wanted to speak to her. So she was inquiring with Captain Dent if she actually had to speak to them, and she was saying that she didn't know what they wanted to talk to her about. Captain Dent then came to me and gave me that information. I then talked to our general counsel, the agency's general counsel, and we were in agreement that she could speak to them if she so choose voluntarily. If she did not want to speak to them, they would have to have a subpoena to compel her to speak. So after speaking with General Counsel, I spoke back to Captain Dent, and she relayed that information to Deputy Franklin.
Did you or any other person in a position of authority over this guard instruct them not to speak to the defense?
No, sir.
Any examination for under Sheriff Google by the defense or state?
Not from the state, Your Honor.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
It is our understanding that Officer Franklin is now on leave and not available to be served.
That's not my knowledge. I have no clue about that.
So she is available to be served?
I would think so. I'm not aware of her being on leave.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Sheriff Google, there is no more inquiry that I will make of you concerning this topic. I appreciate you being here this morning.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Concerning the other witness, who is not the guard, was the defense able to make contact with this individual?
Just a moment, Your Honor. Judge, the information that we provided to Your Honor was purely to put it on the record that we had followed that information.
It's on the record.
After discussions amongst Ms. Fulford and I, we had decided that we were not going to pursue that given the status of that individual and the misinformation we believe we were being given.
Right, as to the, I believe, second witness, is this person going to be disclosed, or are you going to seek to call them as a part of your case?
No, Your Honor.
As to the guard, if you need to follow up with a subpoena for this individual, as they have chosen not to speak with you need to do so with all haste. The jurors at the time of selection were told this would be 3 weeks, that it could possibly go longer, but 3 weeks is what they were told. For today's witnesses, let's go through that before the jurors are brought into the room.
And I apologize, I did not have a chance to prepare a list. At least for this morning, our intent is to call Kristen Adamson, Linda Bailey, Sarah Newhouse, and Marisol Descalzo.
For this afternoon.
This afternoon is up in the air, and that's going to require some additional conversations with our client.
During the lunch break, that will be your opportunity to have any final conversations concerning whether she will in fact testify. We'll give the jurors a longer lunch break if necessary to accommodate this. Instead of an hour and 15 minutes, it'll be an hour and 30. After that, we are going to have to go on the record concerning is she or is she not testifying.
Yes, sir.
Please bring in the jurors.
Your Honor, I know that 3 of the witnesses are here. Mr. Descalzo's flight does not arrive until a little after
10 o'clock, you said.
Yes, sir.
Oh, Ms. Kappelman, I neglected to give you an opportunity to speak. If you actually wanted to be heard, please do so now.